Hello class, good morning everyone. This is Priya from Alpha Group of Institutions, and today we are here to discuss and revise what all we have discussed, that is after quarterly exam. So we are going to revise for Unit 2, and for you grade 7 students, the portions for Unit Test 2 are chapter, that means lesson 4, an extraordinary man, the full lesson from the textbook and the classwork, and the grammar part consists of types of nouns and adjectives and what all we have given in the the syllabus portions, right? Yes. And the thing what we are going to discuss today are, the first thing is marking scheme. Under the marking scheme, the question paper will be given for 25 marks, and under this marking scheme there are three sections. Section A is of reading comprehension, that is of for 5 marks, and section B is writing and grammar, which is for 13 marks, and section C literature 7 marks. So overall 25 marks will be, the questions will be asked for 25 marks including all. Every time you will be getting reading comprehension and picture comprehension out of the syllabus, and you have to be prepared, not prepared in your way, like you have to answer whatever the questions are asked. And even though the textbook content also you should be ready, even though if we are asking about, which is outside the textbook, that is the content related, but the questions will be on own. Okay, concept related questions that may not given in the textbook also. It means you have to be thorough with the concept. Okay, students. So these are the three sections which we are going to discuss today. And this is the question pattern. Section A is of reading comprehension. 5 into 1 equal to 5 marks. Guys, this is not 5 into 1. 5 questions will be given. Each carries 1 mark. A passage will be given. You have to read the passage very carefully, and then below the passage 5 questions will be asked. It may be either a question form or a multiple choice form or in the form of synonyms or fill-ups. It may be any form, but if unless you read carefully and understand the meaning of the passage, you will be ready to answer those 5 questions, and 5 questions will carry 1 mark. So 5 marks for section A. Understood, guys? Now section B. This is writing and grammar. Writing and grammar is for 13 marks. It may come from the textbook book exercises or the grammar book, but the questions differ. The pattern or the concept will be the same, but the questions differ. The questions will be coming out of the book. Understand, guys? So let us check what is there in the section B, writing and grammar. Okay. And here is an example picture which is given to discuss regarding picture comprehension. Children, a picture will be given like this to you. Not this picture, any picture related to our environment or society or the world, earth, something will be given to you. This is just an animated picture which I am giving you for example. But like this you will not get in the exam. We will be asking you something else which is very useful for the society. Okay, guys. So if the picture is given like this, my suggestion for you is, in the writing comprehension, you must not just write in simple phrases like, if I give a picture like this, don't write that a man and a woman are sitting in the sofa, or else there are three people in the first picture, and here two children there are two children, and girl is wearing purple color shirt, this boy is wearing blue color shirt. Don't ever write such type of sentences in the picture comprehension. If we are giving this sort of picture for you, you have to frame a story. That is what picture comprehension. Okay, you have to frame a story. So here in this picture, what we are looking here is elders and young. A small child is here. This picture is representing like this girl is helping her parents. Look, she's just giving a shrug to her mother, or she's helping to washing the clothes with her parents, and she is showing love to her mother. And here she is helping her father when he is getting ready. And the same time here also she is showing her vow of love towards her mother. It means the whole picture is about respect and helping the elders. So when we are giving this sort of picture to you, first thing is you have to observe the picture, and later you have to write a title, select a title, create a title. For this picture, what we can give: respect elders, or obey your parents, or respect and love your parents. So like this you can give any title first. After giving the title, you have to explain about the picture, like once there lived a parents, or once they Mary was the only daughter for her parents. So she always likes to spend time with her parents, and her parents are always ready to do whatever Mary likes, and they are willing to give their best to her daughter. In return, Mary wants to show her love in the form of respect. So, to express her respect towards her parents, she started helping her parents at home, and she started giving respect and obeying her parents. Like whatever their parents are asking her to do, she used to do that immediately without any hesitation. So this is how Mary started loving her parents, or Mary showed her love towards her parents. Mary respects her parents. So these sort of points, in conclusion, love and respect has no boundaries. Like that you can conclude the story. Or else we should obey our parents. Something such sort of moral you have to give along with the story. So when we are asking you to write a picture comprehension, a picture will be given here. After observing this picture, you have to write a title, create a title. Later you have to explain this picture. Some picture will be given for you. For example, if I am giving a glowy sun and the plants are getting dried, it means global warming. So we are cutting the trees, so there are less number of rainfall. That is why the plants are getting dead, because of lack of water. So we have to conserve the tree, wildlife and all. Like this you can create, which is related to the nature. So you have to create, not only creating a story means once upon a time, long, not like that. You have to build up the phrases for the picture which we have given to you. And after that, like for the story we will be giving a moral, right? The same way for some a picture which is related to the environment or so, I mean society, you have to give some message. So the picture comprehension should be ended with a message, with a good message. So students, I want you to remember, whenever and whatever the picture is given, just give a title to this picture. Later, minimum, if we are asking you to write 6 points, write 8 points. So that if there are any mistakes in the first point or second points, the last two will help you to get the marks. So if there are 6 points for 3 marks, write 10 points. If 2 points were wrong, the other 2 points may be right. So we will give you marks for that. Never end to the restrictions what the teacher is asked. Try to write nearly 10 lines in order to score the marks. So after writing, after describing the picture, you have to describe the picture, right? After describing the picture, close the close your description with a message. So that is what a picture comprehension is, and this is what I want to convey you. So don't please avoid writing like your first standard or second standard children, like mentioning the color and number of the people. Give a message, create a phrases on your own. Okay, children, and this is the picture comprehension part. Okay, and with this, the explanation for describing the picture is over. Now, Roman number 3. Underline the adjectives and write what kind they are. It means underline the adjectives and we have to write what kind they are. Like this, not two questions, the questions will be given. He showed much patience. A sentence will be given like this, and you have to underline an adjective. Which is an adjective here? Showed is a verb, he is a pronoun, patience is a something, and much is an adjective. So much means it is an amount. We are not restricting it to the number. We are not expressing a number here. Much means just a guess, an opinion, a little thing or more thing, like much, less, little, more. We are not giving the exact number. So when we are talking about the amount, then it refers to as quantitative adjective. Quantitative means the quantity. Second one, each boy was given a prize. In this, the adjective was each. It means there are a number of students there. Let us take an event. There are many students who participated in an event. In that in that group of students, each and every boy was given a prize. Each and everyone. So in the group of students, we are like specifying each and every boy in that group. So it means it comes under distributive quantitative. Like this, we will be asking you some questions. You have to underline the adjective and you have to answer whether it is quantitative adjective or distributive adjective or demonstrative adjective or numerative adjective, possessive. No, the kinds of adjectives what we have learned in the last session. You have to underline such sort of adjectives, and beside that you have to write the kind of adjectives. This is what the third Roman. Underline the adjective and write what kind they are. Okay guys, next, complete these sentences with positive, comparative and superlative adjectives. So these are the three types of adjectives. What are those? Positive, comparative and superlative adjectives. What is mean by positive, comparative and superlative adjective, guys? Positive means when we are talking about one person, it comes under positive adjective. When we are comparing one person with another person, when the comparison is between only two members, only two, then it comes under comparative, and er should be added for comparative degree. Only er. But when we are comparing one person with a group of people, when we are comparing one boy with a group of boys, or one book with a group of books, one room with a group of rooms, then it comes under superlative degree. Superlative adjectives means we have to add est. Okay guys, so if it is a positive, the adjective remains the same. If it is a positive, big, big, it remains same. Australia is big. So we are not comparing with anyone. When we are comparing Australia with England, so two countries are given here. When we are comparing Australia with England, between two, big becomes bigger. So er will be added. Okay guys. But when we are comparing Australia with 2 to 3 countries. Australia is dash than a group of countries. If we mention here, so when we are comparing one country with many countries, here it will become as biggest superlative. EST we will add. So this is how you have to identify the types of adjective, whether it is a positive, comparative or superlative. Australia is dash than England. So there are two countries we are comparing here bigger. I am good dash now than yesterday. It means we are comparing I am good now than yesterday. So we are comparing only between two times periods. This is a period of time. We are comparing a present time with the past time. So we are not comparing with number of days. We are comparing between only two times, present time and the past time. So to means er comes, but we can't use gooder. There is no word as gooder, er. So what is the second form of the verb? Good, better, best. Okay, always V2 only comes here, V2 form. So good means better. Second form of the word what? Better. Good, better, best. So here the second form of the verb is better, and I am better now than yesterday. Now I hope you understood how to answer the types of adjectives, that is positive, comparative and superlative adjectives. Isn't it, children? Yes. Next, underline the participle adjectives in these sentences. Two questions will be asked and each question carries 1 mark. So 2 into 1 equal to 2 marks. So we have to underline the participle adjectives in these sentences. Okay guys. So let us see how we have to do the exercises regarding participle adjectives. Children, participle adjectives is nothing than adding ed or ing to a verb. So a verb ending with ed or ing is called participle adjectives. This is the easy way to understand or answer the questions. Wherever you see an ed word or ing word in a sentence, that will be a participle adjective. For example, the injured man was taken to the hospital. What is there any ing word here? No, isn't it? Ed word is there. So we can underline this. Then it becomes a participle adjective. The second sentence, people mistook the shining stone as diamond. So here there are no ed words, only ing word, and this also comes under participle adjectives. Like this, two questions will be asked. Each question carries 1 marks, and whatever the verb is ending with ed or ing, that will be the participle adjectives. Okay, ma? Next, find out the types of nouns. Guys, you know what are the types of nouns? Yes or no? Proper noun, common noun, collective noun, possessive noun, abstract noun. You all know all these types of nouns. Right, guys? So, in the same way, we will give you some sort of sentences and you have to underline that word and then you have to write the type of noun. Sally's mother is a doctor. Sally is a capital letter, right? So when we are giving a name to a noun, it becomes a proper noun. So this will be a proper noun. It is your wish. If you want to underline Sally also, no problem. Sally is proper noun. Here we are not asking you to underline only one thing. If you wish to underline another word and write the answer also, no problem, children. We will be giving you, allotting you marks. So Sally comes under proper noun. You can underline this and write proper noun. Mother comes under common noun because mother is a common name given to all the mothers, right? And so this also comes under common noun. Doctor is a common word. We can see doctors all over. So it is a common noun who treats people. It is a common name given for a person who treats the sick. And this doctor comes under common noun. She tried to restrain her anger. Anger, abstract noun means when we want to talk about opinions, ideas, feelings, excitement, that expressive words comes under abstract noun. So she tried to restrain her anger. Anger is a sort of emotion, and this emotion cannot come under common or proper noun. So this emotion comes under abstract noun. So children, the sentences will be given without any underline also. You have to underline the noun and then you have to write what type of that noun is in that sentence. Like this you have to write beside. Okay, understood? Now let us see to the next thing. Next Roman. Find the verbs into correct tenses. Two questions will be asked. Each question carries half mark and 1 mark for 2 questions. So put the verbs into correct tenses means here the verbs will be given in the brackets. This verb you have to change this verb into a correct sort type of sentences and answer it in the dashes. For example, the question will be asked as while the parents dash breakfast, the children dash about. So you have to change this have or run into correct form of tenses. While the parents means we have to just understand the question first before changing the verb into tenses, right? While the parents means it is just a continuation word. While the parents means they are just talking about a continuous verb. Now here continuous tense comes with ing, isn't it? While the parents having breakfast, we can't write having breakfast because the parents is a plural, right? When the noun is a plural is in the noun is in the plural form, it will be added along with a verb like were. While the parents were, if it is a singular, what will come here? While his dad is having breakfast, right? But when we are talking about the past and also the continuous tense, past continuous tense can be used here. While the parents were having breakfast, it means they are talking that when the parents were having breakfast, at that moment what was happening? The children, when we are talking here, when the first word is with past continuous tense, the second word also comes as past continuous tense only. Okay, it means the while the parents have breakfast, while the parents were having breakfast, the children were running about. So like this, when we are asking you to answer in the correct form of tenses, we have to take this verb and use in the correct form of tenses to fill the blanks. Okay, children? Now coming to the section C. Section C is purely literature part, that is the textbook content. So for this you have to be prepared with the textbook content as well as classwork content. The first Roman is write the synonyms for the following. The synonyms are in the textbook and also we have made you to write in the classwork, isn't it children? So two synonyms will be asked and in that two synonyms carries half mark each, so that is 1 mark. So you have to be thorough with the synonyms which you had copied in your classwork. Okay, next, answer the following with reference to the context. This reference to the context, this time we will be giving which is there in the textbook book bag. This also we had copied in our classworks, right? But from next time, this reference to the context for the half yearly will be given from the lesson and you should be ready to answer those questions. Okay. Answer the following with reference context. This time you can read from the classwork. But be aware children, from the next time we will be asking directly from the lesson on and you have to answer on your own. So one reference with the context will be given, one question. I mean one a sentence, one or two sentences will be given, one or two questions will be asked regarding that construct. You have to answer. So this one statement for this, it carries 2 marks each. So one question will be asked, it carries 2 marks. Any phrase will be given. Sometimes for one context, there will be 4 or 5 questions also. We may give all the questions or we will concise it, we will select any two and will be asked for this. Okay, then next one. Answer the following questions briefly. It means two types of questions were given for you briefly and those detailed questions also. For this exam, as we are giving this only for 25 marks, this time only the brief questions will be asked. So it doesn't matter that we will not, it's not like we will not ask you the detail, but the detail, the same lesson will be there for the half yearly exam. At the time, you may feel burden if you don't read now. So you have to read the whole lesson. Sometimes, listen carefully, sometimes we will mention briefly here, but we may ask you the detailed question also. Okay, so read all the questions which are given in the classwork. We have given everything, no, right? You have to read everything which were in the classwork. Two questions will be asked, and each carries 2 marks, 4 marks. So these are the question pattern. This is the question pattern which we are going to give for you for the unit test. And I have clearly explained you according to the Roman wise and how the sentences will be given and how you have to answer, the way you have to answer. But remember children, these questions which I have taught you in this revision session will not be asked in the examination. All the questions will be coming out of, I mean we had derived all the, just we had collected all the questions from the internet and gave you. So you have to be prepared with the basic formulas of grammar, then only you will be able to answer the questions whatever whoever gives. Okay guys, so all these are the things which you are going to answer in the examination. Okay, and wishing you the best, all the best children for your examination, and I hope you will be getting more than what we were expecting, and keep your goal that you have to get about 23 for 25 marks. This is what you are going to give your teachers in written, right? And I'm looking very eager that how many children will get above 23. Okay guys, so we will be expecting the same, and very good for your cooperation for all these days. And what are the works you are doing, I have been regularly checking your homeworks also, the same thing I'm expecting the same. And don't forget, in the examination, don't try to strike off words often, maintain neat handwriting, try to present in a very good manner, and then leave space between the words. The presentation and the handwriting will also be noted for your marks. Okay children, and all the best for your examination. This is Priya signing off from Alpha Group of Institutions. Goodbye children.